classes at the Isha Foundation and this person called Sadhu. Anyone? Raise hands, let's see. Very few, very few. Okay, fine. See, Isha Foundation is a foundation which, let's not get into the details of it. They have yoga programs, they have spirituality programs. At the same time, they work towards certain causes, saving of our rivers, plantation of trees. But this time, this man, he's a great man, by the name Jaggi Vasudev, people call him Sadhu. He has taken up a project to create awareness about saving of soil. The first question would be, why save soil? It's everywhere. The same thing we can say about air. Air is everywhere. But look what we have done to air. We have polluted it to the maximum. In our textbooks, we learn about air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution. Yes, we learn about soil pollution. But we are not only talking about soil pollution today. When we say save soil, it's not about soil pollution, it's soil degradation. What's the difference between soil pollution and soil degradation? Soil pollution means you're putting in some unwanted, harmful things into the soil, thereby ruining the soil. But soil degradation is you are excessively utilizing soil. How is it possible? You're not using soil. We are cultivating crops. What do we use? It's excessive irrigation. You know what irrigation is? Making use of water for the purpose of cultivation. And next is chemical fertilizers. For thousands of years, soil has supported us. We have grown crops. We have eaten these crops. Whatever the crop produce, we have eaten. But of late, what has happened is, suppose from a piece of land we are growing, let's say some 10 bags of wheat. Okay, 10 bags of wheat, or let's say 10 bags of potatoes. The same potatoes these days are not carrying the same nutrients. Despite pouring fertilizers, despite giving best irrigation, we are not getting the same nutrients. Why? The soil quality itself is gone. It's degraded. Soil is degraded. And it is generally believed in today's world, it's a shocking thing. Almost 50%, actually more than 50% of the present cultivable land, that the land that is being under cultivation, is degraded. Yes, we are producing something, but the nutritional value is not there. Same amount of vitamins, same amount of proteins, no longer there in the agricultural produce. If this keeps on going, at some point in the future, not too distant future, in about, let's say 40 to 50 years, the very soil will be as good as sand. To sand, you pour no matter how much of water, how much of fertilizer, the produce will always be low. So what's the solution for this? The solution would be to bring in, the soil always contains, it has mineral material, you have your minerals, and you have your organic content. Organic content could be plant and animal matter, decaying matter, it could be dried leaves, decomposed branches, leaves, even animal waste for that matter. See, clay field. Our clay field has soil, and soil has organic content. There is grass growing on it, plants growing on it. At some point, after you walk around the grass dies. Where does it go? It becomes one with the soil. Isn't it? It becomes one with the soil. So we can say the organic content means what was having life, now it's dead, it's become become part of the soil. This is what we want. In order for the soil to survive, we need this. But unfortunately, we have taken this for granted. Nobody is worrying about it. The governments are not worrying about it. Should we worry about it or not? We should. We should. Unless something like this happens, unless somebody, some organization, some foundation takes some initiative, people won't be aware about it. Okay? People will not be conscious about it. Conscious means you know what exactly is happening. You're well aware of what is happening. This is what we want. We want consciousness and awareness that yes, our soil, this planet belongs to us. Yeah? This planet has belonged to man for a long, long time. And it would be very selfish to say that it belongs only to us. It belongs to all life forms. If the soil that we use, it keeps on degrading, the problems will be multiple. It will set off a chain reaction of problems. First, common sense says food produce will reduce. The moment food production is reduced, people will stop their cultivation, there will be loss of livelihoods. And what people do? The people start to migrate. Migrate as in they move from villages to cities, looking for employment because nobody wants to go back to agriculture because soil is not producing the same amount it was producing earlier. And then comes all sorts of problems, unemployment problem, because everybody is competing for one or the other job who will produce food. And next is, it could even lead to climate change risk. Because there is a big imbalance in biodiversity. We are depleting whatever there was in the soil. The soil is barren. Barren means there is pretty much nothing there. As a result, see, look at the chain reaction it is setting up. On one end, it is affecting people, food produce, it's affecting their livelihoods, it's affecting biodiversity, it's affecting the animals which are dependent on the soil. I mean, you see so many birds there plucking off insects from the soil. Imagine all that is gone. Even those animals get affected. So what needs to be done? Solution for this. Very simple solution. We need to have more organic content in the soil. Alright. Not just pumping in chemical fertilizers. We need organic content. Yes, it's difficult to bring all agriculture into organic farming. It's not possible. But bringing in enough shade, enough plant-based manure, compost-based manure, it's going to enrich the organic content in the soil. The solution is simple. But what is lacking is awareness. What is lacking is involvement of government in the form of laws and policies. And also awareness among people. Alright, people have to be aware and they have to be conscious. So what Isha Foundation is doing through their Save Soil movement is they are creating a movement, a campaign of awareness wherein people can put pressure on their governments not to do something unnecessary, but doing something which is extremely needed. On the policy level, on the level of laws and rules, they have to bring in such policies where the focus should be on enriching the soil so that the soil content, the organic content in the soil, the nutritional output from whatever gets produced from the soil is sustained. It's not that next generation 50 years down the line, 1 year is an agricultural place. Imagine 50 years after there are lands where there's pretty much nothing can be grown. What if it's barren? We want to avoid this scenario. So what needs to be done now? We want, especially students, we will write letters. Not students. You will write letters to whom? Directly to the Prime Minister. Alright, we will write letters to the Prime Minister. I'll help you out with the letters. We will write about how aware you are about the situation and how aware the government should be also about the situation, and something needs to be done now because it's already